I don't know what to say to not remove from the content we're about to create.
I've already started recording.
Oh, okay. So this is it?
I guess. Okay. What's up, guys? This is the pod you've all been waiting for. It's been it's been about a month since our last one. And, we're just going to keep dishing these out. I got Carson with me. Here, Carson's here. For those of you watching on Twitch. For those of you watching on YouTube, we might potentially be taking live questions from the Twitch. We are live right now. This will be obviously a VOD on YouTube later. But, we're gonna talk about some Warcraft 3, talk about some life, just kick it. Here's the thing. We don't talk as much as we used to.
No.
We used to talk
The only time I talk to you is when I need something from you.
Correct. You're like, hey,
you're like a tool.
Yeah, last thing you said was
you're like a wrench. Go on.
Last thing you did say was, hey, what's the pin on the back of that card? And then I was like, what card? And you're like, the MasterCard that I stole from you when I came down and I have in my hand right now. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So you're busy. I'm pretty busy. I'll be honest.
I still owe you money. Wait, on that, I still owe you money. I forgot.
You do?
I owe you like $50.
For Christmas?
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about me, do you? Because I will forget. So if you didn't say anything, you could have just thanks for the Christmas gifts, dick.
I'll remember.
You want to share what you got?
Well, so we did. Were we? Is this a segue, or is this like an aside? Were you about to say something for the beginning? Whatever. We did Secret Santa in our house. Between is there 6 people? What is it? 6 people in our house, 2 people downstairs and 4 upstairs.
Right.
I mean, Secret Santa between the 6 of us because we're all adults and we're mostly broke. And I got my roommate Amani, and she was very specific tastes. So she just did an Amazon wish list, which had 3 things on it. The first was makeup brushes. The second was makeup. And the third was how would you explain it? A nightgown, a very small nightgown, right?
I would
essentially
say
lingerie.
I would say it was lingerie to be sexual intercourse in.
Yeah. So
you wouldn't exactly wear this out to church.
No, definitely not. So the makeup brushes would not have been delivered here on time for Christmas. And we had a limit of $50, and both the other things happened to be $25 each. So I had to get both, right? So I ended up getting my roommate's girlfriend lingerie for Christmas and Secret Santa, and Ricky ordered it on his credit card on Amazon.
Which means so it wasn't the boyfriend getting it; it was Carson getting it, but I was getting it for Carson. So it was like a full team effort.
Yeah.
So maybe she'll put it on for us when next time I come down there or something like that,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe you can ask her.
I'll definitely ask her. It doesn't hurt to ask. But
yeah, definitely.
See, did it come out nice?
Yeah, it's good. It was the one she wanted. So
it was good quality.
Yeah, it was great.
That's wild.
$25. Yeah,
that's wild. Yeah, $25.
You know how she is. You know how she is with her tastes and all that. Like
she's very high class. She's very high class.
Yeah, she wouldn't wear it if it was shit.
Yeah, shout out to her, but that's cool. Yeah, okay, so you still haven't paid me yet. That's cool.
No, so that was from Christmas, but it's only been a couple weeks. What did you do for Christmas? I guess this is the holiday episode.
Yeah, I worked on Christmas Day.
Time and a half?
Double time and a half. So the thing with our work,
my fucking
work without doxing, obviously everyone knows I sell ham and bacon over the phone, but it was the first time at least I've been there for 10 years. First time in 10 years that they've made us work on Christmas. So, which is kind of bizarre. Everyone obviously got super pissed. And normally what they said to us was, hey, we'll take 2 volunteers or we're going to take the junior 3 people, bottom 3 bananas. And we're going to force them to come in on Christmas. Now, I am not a junior banana.
You're a big dog.
I'm not a newbie though. You know what I mean? There's people that are newer than me.
No, you're a big dog.
Yeah, I'm a big man.
Yeah, you're a big, strong man.
Yeah, so
Go on.
basically, I took one for the team
Go off,
because
King.
the people that are underneath me in the seniority list
Yeah.
have kids and they have wives.
And you don't.
And
You
well,
got
not
really nothing going on.
well, if they have kids, I'm not aware of them yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I took one for the team. I said, you know what, I'll volunteer. So I worked on Christmas so they could stay home with their kids and wife. So got a little bit of brownie points with the boys there, and it wasn't so bad.
No.
I did have my dinners on the Saturday Sunday, which was the
Dinners.
23rd, 24th. Yeah, I come from a broken home. So I do the mom and then I do the dad. Maybe you're familiar with that
Very
system.
familiar with that.
So there's many dinners. But I did that on the Saturday, Sunday. So I did the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I wasn't doing anything anyway. You just have leftover turkey sandwiches. I don't know what your leftovers look like, but yeah, you just have turkey sandwiches and shit. So I was like, you know what?
We had turkey. Yeah.
So I worked basically on Christmas. I worked on Boxing Day, and I worked on New Year's. So I saved a bunch of money. I didn't go out much, and this paycheck on Friday is gonna be fat.
Hell yeah. One sec. Your stream just froze for me. Is it just me? Oh, no, we're good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I did. We had a lot of different things. It was actually kind of exhausting. We had to go to we went to one Christmas party with some friends, and then there was some winter solstice party that we had to go to
What the
and
fuck is
play
that?
guitar. It's the shortest day of the year, and old people celebrating it. Old people and witches and shit. But it was old people, so we went to an old people party, and then our friends had a party for Christmas. We went to that. It was 3 days in a row, and then it was Christmas Eve, and went to Kaz's place for Christmas Eve, and we hung out with his family and a couple friends. You know Kaz,
I do.
He visited me, my best friend Kaz. And then we had Christmas, and then after Christmas we had our dinner on the 26th. And we also had a party at some point at the house in those days. It was a lot in a row. It was a lot of days in a row. So yeah, we did. I only had one dinner, but we had a lot of different things. A lot of drinking.
You've been giving her. But you kept up with the gym?
Yeah. I went, I think 18 times last month, something like that. So it wasn't great, but yeah.
Damn,
yeah.
I have a segue for that. Let me play this again from Gaethje. The 100 biddies says, I'll just play it again.
So happy.
Gaethje69 has cheered. 100 bitties. That's a very generous act trick. I'm impressed. Goodman.
Yeah, I got a lot of brownie points from that. Thank you. Thanks for the 100 biddies too.
For what?
For volunteering to come in on Christmas.
Oh, I see.
That's what
we're still talking about
But
dinners, yeah.
So here, I got a segue for that. So you said you went to the gym 18 days of the month.
Yeah, which isn't great. It isn't great. It isn't ideal.
That's kind of tremendous. I mean, that's a lot.
It's all right. It's all right.
You're basically
Not
going
good enough.
every other day and sometimes twice a day, or one back-to-backs with a few back-to-backs sprinkled.
Yeah, Ideally I'd like to go 6 days a week with one rest, but
That's crazy.
And actually eat food. That's my big thing is I can't eat a lot of food, so I never gain weight. But
So here's the thing with you. You're very yoked. Okay, I'll give you that. You are yoked, but you're a very tiny man.
yeah,
So
I'm very small.
When you booze as hard as you booze, okay?
Yeah.
You need to have the right fuel in your body, buddy.
Oh, I can drink. I
I know.
Believe me, I can drink big time.
But you're also 120 pounds. You know what I mean?
I'm actually. Last time you saw me, I'm the heaviest I've ever been now, which is just puts in perspective how small I actually am. I'm 135 now. Is the heaviest I've ever been.
Okay, still, you're 135. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got to have a little bit of preparation. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. Do you eat 3 squares a day? And how many of those at McDonald's? Maybe you need to start.
I ate McDonald's today.
You know what you should have? You should have heavy starches like potatoes, rice. You should have fucking pastas. You should do
I do that.
A legit bulk, You do
Yeah.
that? How often do you cook yourself pasta, Carson?
I just bought some meat from the grocery store. I'm gonna have some tomorrow, and I ate pasta three times this week. I actually eat a lot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I eat a lot.
I was under the impression you were eating shit and drinking like shit, and I was like, well, yeah, you're.
Well, I'm not eating great. Eating pasta is not great, particularly.
No, that's true.
But I mean, I eat vegetables. I got some bananas that I've been eating. I eat some fruit on occasion. I don't eat great though, but I don't eat horrible all the time. Certainly not good though.
Is the kitchen really clean now with the girl in the house?
Oh yeah, it's so.
Is
clean.
it night and
It's so
day?
clean. Yeah, we spent like a half hour cleaning this morning because we had people over last night, so the whole house was a disaster, and we just cleaned it up. Every time it's a nightmare in the morning. We're just like, let's clean up, and me and her clean up. It's good.
Whoa, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's good. So you can.
I like it being clean too. Yeah, I like it being clean, so I keep it clean.
Well,
What's
that's
up,
like
Todd? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, we missed you at Rara. You said.
Sag. Yeah, it was. Although I don't miss the fucking travel. That would have sucked.
Travel
But
was fine.
I did feel.
I'll be honest.
I did feel like I was missing out over those days. I did feel
you?
like it. Yeah, I did a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Even though I was fucking loving life. You know, playing shows and shit. It was dope. But it was like, damn, dude. You know, there was almost some regret. There was almost some regret in not going, as opposed to playing the shows. But hey, man, it might not be the last event ever. It might be the last event for me ever because I might not get opportunities given to me like that anymore because I don't take them. But it won't be the last event ever. I'm sure.
I didn't get the impression. I got the impression that it's yours whenever and if ever you want it.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. They're good guys, man.
They are good guys.
They're good guys.
I mean, yeah, there's a reason why I'm still on the team after all this fucking bullshit over the last year of barely being here. I just show up on Fridays. That's all I do. I don't do anything. I'm not involved. I barely plan anything. I show up on Fridays, turn the stream on, and do like a half-ass cast for 5 hours, and then I go back to my shit. And somehow still they pay me and I'm on the team. It's unbelievable. I've just done Fridays for like 6 months. I don't even know how they're not like, look, dude, we could do Fridays. We don't really need you. Like, look, this is more hassle than it's worth. It's like, what the hell?
Do you actually think that they would have that discussion?
I don't know. I certainly don't add a lot. I just cast on Fridays, you know? Yeah, and it's not like it's not like it's my best cast either. Like the games aren't great, obviously, which affects the quality of the cast. But you know, it's not my best. It's not my best work. Weekly cups, you know.
I don't think they would ever drop you. That's just my opinion. But I think also like any Friday you do come is like one less day that they don't have to do it. And
yeah.
I mean, Neo's obviously cranking out the biz right now. Remo too. So
yeah, Remo's grinding because sometimes Remo can be a little bit absent. You know, he's been known for just I'm just gonna take 2 months off. But recently he's been fucking grinding it out, dude.
He's been
grinding it the fuck out. Yeah, dude. He's crushing.
So we were talking about, you said you were doing 18 days. You know what? I had an idea on stream, and I've only done this once, but I do plan on following through because I was driving home, and on my
like this. Were you driving?
Yeah, I was driving.
Where are you supposed to hold your hands?
10
like
and
this?
10 and 2.
10 and 2.
Yeah, 10.
I can't drive. I don't even know what pedal goes forward.
I'm not sure either. But I don't do 10 and 2 either. I do one on the clutch and one hand on the steering wheel, you know, like a bouse. Yeah. But what was I saying? So I was checking my stream analytics because I don't know about if you've been watching, but I've been streaming a fuckload, dude.
No, I haven't watched.
I've been streaming a lot. I know you haven't been watching, but I've been streaming a lot. So I was like, holy fuck, I streamed like 16 days this month, like 16 out of 30, which is like a lot of days for me, at least. So I've been like, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't work out. I don't like, I'll sit on my couch, you know what I mean? I'll go to work, I come home, you know what I mean? Maybe you roll around with a few honeys, couple dudes, you know what I mean? It is what it is, you know what I mean? It is what it is, right?
Roll around in the mud a bit.
Yeah, get in the mud, you know, mud buds, you know what I mean? But the point is, I'm not working out, but I've been banging out these 10 to 13 hour, streams. Yeah. You know, so I'm thinking, dude, if I have 10 to 13 hours on a day off to stream, why can't I take one of those hours and do a good workout? So
you work out. Do you have a gym membership, or are you working out where you used to?
I work out where I used to, but
yeah,
I have like a home gym. I have dumbbells at home. I don't need the crazy bells and whistles. I really don't. Like I can do a full body dumbbell workout and feel great and get a good. Yeah,
it depends what you're working towards. It's sort of what like Gaethje asked. Like, are you trying to put on substantial muscle or just offset your alcoholism, etc., and improve your overall health? Like, there's always those sort of questions, you know?
Right. So all I'm trying to do is get reps in and just get leaner, get cutter. I don't want to be massive. That is not my goal at all. I would like to do multiple reps of smaller weights. I can do that at home with my smaller weights, right? So my point is, like, now that I'm doing like a 10-hour stream, I might also take the first hour and work out. So I did that once. It's on my VODs. Like, I literally did a 70-minute workout. It was the most I've ever done. And I didn't work out since like September. Like since I got back from.
You should get a treadmill. That would be great. Like I've been doing treadmill at the gym before. I was just actually like running outside, but it kind of fucks your knees, especially when you're on pavement.
Yeah.
And if there's a lot of hills and stuff, but I still really like doing it because you get outside and stuff. But at the gym recently, I've just been doing like 35 minutes, 40 minutes on the treadmill, and it's great. You sweat a fuckload. It burns like if you do like 40 minutes at like 8 miles per hour, you burn like 700 calories or something. Like it's really good. Like you should get a treadmill to add on top of that.
Yeah, I'd have to get one, which is a pain in the ass. Like I don't have a truck to like deliver it in. I don't think a treadmill fits in like a fucking sedan. But
They probably just deliver it to your door and you put it together, dude.
But anyway, if you take like a break from working out, like even for like a month, and I worked out really hard. It was like 70 minutes. I did it on stream. I did a full body. I was doing suitcases. I was doing buys. I was doing fucking everything, right? Dude, I was fucking dead for a week. Arms, lactic acid. Like I was so done. I was doing squats too. Like I was
the pump.
Dude, I was so done that like I needed like a week rest. Like honestly, I felt like a pussy, but I needed it.
Well, that's what happens when you don't work out a lot. You get a lot more sore because your body's not used to recovering and all that.
Right, and I've had this happen before. Like when I worked out in the summer, I had that same thing where I was out for a week, and then as soon as you're good, you do it again. You only need like a day, if not.
It's normally you're supposed to 72 hours is technically what the science says, but most people do like 2 days off of a muscle group sort of thing.
Right, so that's why they do like
48 hours.
Back buys, chest tries, cardio, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Core cardio or something like that. Yeah. But I'm thinking like I'm going to start doing that more often. Like, you know what I mean? I owe it to myself. Like 9 hours, 10 hour stream. Why not take an hour and fucking, live a little bit longer, So that's where my head's at now.
So you're going for you're just for the health. You just want to feel better.
Just for the health, man. Just like I'm not trying to
cut a couple pounds off here and there.
Yeah, and like honestly, I don't know. Like I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I don't need to do like a crazy cycle, or I don't need to work out heavy. Like when I start working out pretty regularly, and by regularly I mean like twice a week, I notice change in my body. Yeah, like I got the genetics, I think, So I'm thinking like if I can fucking just stick to it. I can do something, And like I said, I'm not trying to be massive. I just want to be cut. I just want to be lean. I just want to look a little bit nicer, a little less flabby. Right now,
I just want to beat my dad up.
For everything he's done?
Yeah, I just want to beat him up. That's all I want.
Well,
and be able to bench 2 plates. That's my goal.
Well, which one do you want to do first?
I mean, I could probably beat him up before I could bench 2 plates, but we'll see, man. I want to be able to bench as much as Remo Demo, but he weighs like probably 60 pounds more than me.
Buddy, he is all upper torso, man. He loves bench. You could tell he lives for the bench.
I think he benches to 225. I'm pretty sure.
That's
which is
crazy.
Great, which is really good. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, my bench PR, like 25 on each side. You know what I mean? Like with the bar, like I don't know, dude. I can
finally do body weight for 5 now, as of like this week. Which is good. I've been working towards that.
What does that mean?
I want to get up to 150, 155. So if I can do 225 at 155, I'm happy. Well, body weight just means the same. I can bench the same as I weigh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way I'm benching fucking 190.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. That's a crazy amount.
And I don't do like one rep. There's a lot of people like Todd asks like, what's your squat PR, which means like 1 rep, right? Like, what can you do for 1 rep? I try to avoid doing that, because that's sort of how you fuck yourself up. So I've never done like what's my 1 rep max or anything. I always go for at least 5 or like 3 to 5. But,
yeah, me neither. I don't ego lift. All my buddies do. They're also fucking huge, Jack. Like they're the guys that go into the gym and they grab the 80s because there's nothing bigger, like the dumbbell 80s. You know what I mean? They just start ripping them up. I'm not that guy, dude. Like honestly, even when the 20s and the 30s that I'm lifting right now feel easy, I'm still gonna pump them out because, like I said, I want more reps, less weight. Like I want to get cut, like I want to work the body. So different strokes for different folks. Like what is your actual goal other than to beat the shit out of your father and bench?
Well, at first it was just to gain weight sort of thing, because I was like really, really skinny, and it was like it's hard for me to like eat a lot. I'm shit at eating, probably because I'm a degenerate alcoholic as well. But I wanted to gain weight, and now I've gained like 20 pounds since I started going to the gym like a year and a half ago or something like that, which is good because I went from being like really, really skinny to at least like close to average now, which is nice. But I want to gain another 20 pounds, so I would be like 155, which is like slightly above average sort of thing. So that's my goal for now.
I don't know if people know this, but what also probably keeps you really lean and skinny is the exercise you do. I mean, you don't have a driver's license. You don't have.
I walk a lot.
You don't drive a car, man. And I don't think people realize until you actually hang out with this guy how fucking crazy he is. He walks everywhere. And like I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? But like you get 20,000 steps, 25,000 steps a day.
Yeah, probably not that much.
Have you ever checked on your phone?
Yeah, I have it. But like not a lot this week. I mean, I could see what I got. See what I got last week. Let's see.
It's a ridiculous amount. I mean, you'll walk an hour and he'll walk like an hour and a half, guys, for like nothing. For like, let's go get a bag of chips or something. He'll walk like it's ridiculous.
Wouldn't really be that much though.
It's like pilgrims.
I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy. Like
you got the health app, right? It's got the steps.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah.
But anyway,
no way it's not gonna be anywhere near 20.
Yeah, I just want to see, like, check it like an average. You know, check a couple days.
Yeah. Yeah, like yesterday I walked like 5K. Last week there was a day I walked like 9K, and then the day before I walked like 7K, and the day before that like 3. So it's like, you know, like 4 to like 8 kilometers, which isn't that much, you know. It's like that's like 40 minutes to an hour walking. So like an hour a day, which is probably more than a lot of people, but it's not that much, you know.
Well, there's a lot of people that are like sedimentary, right? Like this weekend I'm off. I didn't fucking move. You know what I mean? So that's the majority of my life. But my point is, you probably have to eat more, no? If you're more physically active, probably got to eat more.
Yeah. Try to eat more. Like that's why I always got like this shit next to my computer. You know, I try to eat like 3 meals, but it's always hard. You know,
you're always eating nuts though.
Always eating nuts, brother. Oh, let me tell you, brother.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
That's good. I mean, 20 pounds heavier in a year, you said?
Yeah, like it was October.
Were you really
2022.
115, dude? Is that what you're fucking telling me? You were 115.
That's what I was.
Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club. That's what you're telling me.
I was shorter than him though. I'm 5'9", right? But yeah, like really little, really little. Yeah. I think maybe when was Rah 1? That was probably before I started going to the gym. So like that, if you look at those VODs, I was 115.
Yeah, definitely like 14 months ago, I would say.
Yeah, so it was like October last year. Or last year, October 2022.
That's progress, man. That's good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. No, not too bad. So if I can do another 20 in like another year, maybe it's probably doable. It's probably pretty easy actually to do another 20 if I'm actually eating. But all right, enough gym talk. Talk. Okay, people don't care about fucking gym talk. I can talk about it all day.
We could talk about the new Back to Work Weekly and how they changed it and how it's actually good and bad.
Good and bad. There is some potential bad sides to it. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't have any behind the scenes anymore, but I have my own takes on how it's good and bad. I think the goods are stupid.
I had actually no involvement in it. Neo just started DMing me. I was like, "Hey, we're changing the rules. Here you go." And I was like, "Dope. I'll talk about it on stream." So I pretty much the day that I announced it on stream, which was the week before Christmas, last weekly, number 100. I had just read them and then turned the stream on and then read through them. But you want me to go over what the changes are?
Just very briefly. I'll try to pull it up.
Yeah. I have an image that I could link you. Is copy image.
Yeah, copy that image.
There you go.
Perfect.
So essentially what the weekly was for 100 cups, which was like, I think 60 in a row this year, and then like 40 a couple years previous. So we brought back the weekly cup on Fridays. It was just $75. $50 for first, $25 for second, and that's all it was. Straight weekly cup. There was 7 maps in the pool, best of 5 grand finals, best of 3 semis and quarters, etc. And we did that for 100 cups. Happy won probably about 95 of them, legitimately. I think I've only casted 2 times when Happy hasn't won, and that's when he was off racing Human. He lost once to Fish, and he lost once to Dice with Human. I'm pretty sure he won every other time I've casted. Now what we've changed it to is a 4-week system. So the first Friday of the month and then the last Friday of the month, it will go those 4 weeks. The first 3 Fridays of the month is going to be a $50 prize pool, 35 for first, 50 for second. And then the winner of that cup is going to qualify for the fourth Friday of the month's finals sort of thing. So there's going to be 6 players in a final. So the players that win the first 3 cups are going to qualify for that. And then the 3 players that don't win a cup but have the most points, so they get the furthest in the tournament without actually winning it, they'll also qualify into a 6-player bracket the fourth Friday of every month. The real big change, though, other than the money, and now the map pool is only 5 maps instead of 7 and all this shit. The real change is that the people that win the first 3 cups that come first place, week 1, week 2, week 3, and qualify for the fourth week finals, can't play in the other cups. So Happy won this week on Friday. Now he can't play the next 2 Fridays. He can no longer play those weekly cups. So that means there'll be a new winner every single week, no matter what, until the finals. That's the big change.
Yeah, and that is a pretty huge change. Obviously, the money gets evened up a little bit. I think Happy makes a little bit less because it was what, 35, 35, 35, 35. So he makes now he makes 35 one time. And
well, no,
the
50,
finals,
50, 50, 50, 50. It would have been 200
right. So
before.
50, 50, 50, 50, 50, which is 200. Now he makes 35 plus the finals, which is 75. Assuming he wins, it's 110. So he makes $90 less a month, which hurts him a lot over time, I would assume. But I don't think that really matters. It's not really anyone's
less
problem.
time invested, though, I suppose.
Sure. But I think here's devil's advocate, right? And I think like this is why I like this, but I also think it's I hate it. So you have to weigh how boring really was it to have Happy win every single cup, right? And I guess we're gonna find the answer to that soon because the viewership. Was it bad? Was it good?
The viewership is excellent when Happy plays. It's the finals always hit about 1,500, which is really not bad at all compared to what the Wednesday Cup was when there was no Happy, when there was no Europeans.
Right? And that's every week.
Yeah.
So
it's great. Like for a weekly cup, the viewership is actually great on Fridays.
So viewership wise, business wise, it's good, right?
Yeah.
And then the problems are nobody wants to play it because they're not going to beat Happy, so it like hurts the community. People get discouraged. People stop playing the game. People don't want to continue. So this is like, okay, Happy's barred after week 1. Week 2, free for all, have some fun. Week 3, free for all, have some fun. Week 4, Happy's going to win. So it basically opens up that 50% of the month is going to be Happy, and then 50% of the month is going to be everyone else. The problem is, dude, everyone else fucking sucks, and nobody wants to watch everybody else. So I think what's going to happen is and we're kind of what we're seeing right now, which is kind of sick. Like if I go back to it, like the sign up for this week was pretty big. I think everyone was pretty excited about
45 players.
45 players, which I think was pretty good. If I go back,
it's 45 is well above average.
Yeah, let's go back to like the most recent one where it was like back in the day, right? Which would be 100. It was 31. So a lot more players are signing up. So we're starting to see people actually get motivated to play, which is good. That's good. That's what it's all about, right? Because once Happy's out, who knows? Next week might be fucking even more people because Happy's
like
not
all
in.
the quarterfinals are good. Like every quarterfinal, I'm like shit. Like obviously, I'm not going to cast the Happy quarterfinal. I think he's versus Inspired or something this week. But the other 3 quarterfinals that don't have Happy are always really. I'm like, which one do I do? They're all good. I think it was like. It was Sheik versus Hippo, Leon versus someone this week. Like they're all good. Dice versus someone.
Right.
It was Dice versus Hippo, but all the quarterfinals are good. So there's like a lot of good players.
And that's what's going to happen. So technically, you could say, without obviously seeing the analytics for the full month, because it's the first time you guys have done it, you technically could say that 45 signups should be the least amount of signups for the first 3 qualifiers. Technically.
Yeah.
So next one should be more, and the next one should be more. Hopefully. So if you get 60 week 2 and fucking 75 week 3, then you have something, right?
Yeah.
Ideally. But the problem is, I think, what we're going to run into over time is that people are only going to watch week 1 and week 4. And I think week 2 and week 3 are going to suffer. I don't think that Back to Warcraft really cares because honestly, suffering is what to them? Suffering's what, 1,000 viewers is them hurting, which is ridiculously good anyway. So I don't know what Neo really cares about. He's already got his fucking ad split. He's already
And
got his
I don't
fucking...
think Neo necessarily, just based on the prize pool he's putting in and what we sort of make on those streams. At least I don't know what the ad cut is. I have no idea about the stats behind the scenes. I just know literally how many subs we get in the stream,
Right.
and donos, etc., which everyone can see on the stream. For sure, not making money if it's what I'm assuming it is, unless the ad revenue is actually insane, which very well could be. And there's YouTube VODs which get a decent number of views. We might get 10, 15,000 views on YouTube from that cup. So it's probably about even. So my point being, Neo's not doing this to make money. He's doing this so there's a weekly cup for the community. That's really.
But I don't like Back to Warcraft isn't like a stream to make money. It's not like me doing Dust League where I stream 6 sessions for one season, and if I want to break even, then I need to give her these 6 sessions to make money back. I don't think that's Back to Warcraft system, because they have so much repetition. Like, you stream, you can make money through there. It goes on a YouTube. The YouTube VOD makes money there. Like, it's all just like, it's like a fucking machine. You know what I mean? You just pump content through and money squirts out. Yeah. I don't think that Back to Warcraft has ever done like we need to make money on this stream right now. Friday.
It's a lot of ads these days, I feel like, because obviously it's no secret that Back to Warcraft has a lot of ads run.
Do they really?
We all see them. Yeah, there's a lot of ads that run on if you're not subscribed. A lot of ads.
I've been sub for a long time. Is it really bad? I've never.
A lot of that is Twitch's side. I think there might be a little bit of control you can have on it, but obviously that's where Neo makes a lot of the money, and that you've got to make money.
So they did the bonus like that advertise thing where it was like, if you click this, we'll do it for you, but you'll make 30% more or something.
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
There was like a new thing that came out. It was like, click this and we'll run the ads for you, make 30% more or something. And
if 30% more is actually what the number was, I'm guarantee he took it for sure.
Yeah,
and
but it was basically like Twitch auto runs it, and it's like, oh.
And there's an easy way out, right? You sub. There's an easy way out of it, right? But there is a lot of ads. And so, I don't know what the ad revenue is, but I assume that's where a lot of the revenue actually comes from, regardless of the amount of subs, Right.
But Neo doesn't care. Like, Neo doesn't care about this Back to Warcraft. This Friday needs to make money, and next Friday needs to make money. That's not how Back to Warcraft system works. It's literally like a machine that pumps out tons of content, and then like at the end of the month, the money just adds up. Like, for example, you could fucking get 200 subs for a TP League tomorrow, and that, like, in the grand scheme pays for all this shit anyway. So it's like,
exactly.
I don't think it's ever stream by stream. Some channels are like, okay, I'm running this cup, this 2v2 cup, for example. It's $200 I'm putting up, and I only got 2 subs. Like, for some people that don't have consistency like that, they need to break even. They need to fucking stream by stream by stream. That's
we always look at it as growth, right? I don't even know how many followers you get per stream. Like, I don't even check. I can go and I can look at it. But it's like a ton. We're at 120K followers now on the channel. Like, you can only imagine, the growth that you also get from it. So if you are breaking even, it's free growth because I'm casting it. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. We have admins, even though Neo ends up adminning a lot of the time on Friday. But like it is just growth. And if you're at least breaking even, you don't necessarily have to make money off these things, because it's all growth in Neo's eyes, I'm sure.
And that's true too. Like, you don't have to get a sub or a dono to make money. Like, if you get 50 followers, that's huge. If you get 120
for
followers,
no loss either. Like, it's either the channel's not on, or it's on and you get those 50 followers and you break even and you get 10 subscribers on YouTube. It's that or nothing at all, which is, as long as you're not losing money, it's like, why the fuck not?
Right, exactly. And that's how Back to Warcraft's been, like, this machine titan streamers. Like, when they turn on and they've been live for a minute and a half, they're already at 200 viewers because the CCV's gone up so much because their followers, everybody follows the channel. So if you're up and you're on Twitch, you get the notification, you're tuning in. That's just the way it is, right? So
we have to think 120,000 followers for exclusively Warcraft 3 content is unreal. It's every
unreal.
Person that watches the game, pretty much.
It's every single person, It's every single person that's watched it and has ever watched it. Because I can't imagine anyone ever, like, even old BNet days, like, ever not knowing or watching a Back to Warcraft stream. That's how big they are.
Because you can see on Twitch how many people actually follow the game. Like, if you search Warcraft 3, I think it tells you
it's a couple
somewhere.
Million, right? It's like 1.2 million, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how to see those numbers currently.
It's if I go to Warcraft 3,
I'm trying. Oh yeah, 1.8 million. So not quite there, but yeah.
Yeah, but think about it, that's Warcraft 3.
So that's the maximum number of people ever, right? Whereas this is like, okay, so we're at nearly, like.
But how many of those are bots?
Or whatever. Yeah.
You know what I mean? 1.8 million. Like, how many of those are just bots of the platform that fucking liked every single category, and when Twitch was trying to, you know what I mean? Who knows? But yeah, I guess that is the max amount of people that could ever follow you.
But who the fuck follows games on Twitch? I don't know if I follow games on Twitch.
I follow
Maybe I'm
games
just
on
weird.
Twitch. Yeah, I follow games because then when you like when I'm on my TV, my categories just become those 4. So
Yeah.
if I like CS and Valorant, I don't want to.
I think I follow a couple things. I follow like GoldenEye and like a couple weird games that would never be at the top of the list.
Exactly. But I do think the Weekly Cup is good for everything except for viewership for 50%, but I don't think that matters. So I think this redesign's good. I think it's good. It's good until everything's good until it's not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and I do think I'll say one more upside of this, and then we can talk about another potential downside of it. I do think the caliber of players that are really, really good in Europe but can't actually beat Happy is pretty high. So like when Happy's not playing, maybe we'll see someone like Foggy play. Maybe we'll see somebody like Xlord play. He's been known to do that even against Happy. Maybe somebody like Starbuck will play more often. He does play sometimes. We could see Grubby sign up potentially if it works into his stream schedule, because he might actually make it to a quarterfinal or a semifinal or something, maybe even into the finals. Somebody like if Thorzane ever came back, somebody like that isn't good enough to beat Happy on pretty much any day, but we might see those really, really high tier, just under Happy European players in week 2 and week 3. Or it could just be Dice winning week 2 and then Hawk wins week 3. If the same sign up every time, that's what it is. It's going to be Happy,
right.
Dice, Hawk, and then like Mr. Winner and Sheik. You know, people that sign up every single time, and probably not Mr. Winner because he doesn't make it far enough. But you know, the players that just sign up every week and make it to the quarterfinals every week.
So that's the thing, right? Like I think the inner stories are good. Like week 2 and week 3, like you could have a Weekly Cup right now where Hawk's having a fucking sick run and he beats so and so and so and so, but we know at the end of the day, at the end of the tunnel, he's gonna lose to Happy, right? So like now with week 2 and week 3, you can have like fucking Hippo, like against Xlord, he beats.
Yeah, Hippo might be a player that can qualify via points as well, for sure. Hippo
but it's kind of like the players that are like second and third that should have their due. They kind of get their due now. Like this is your day now. You know what I mean? Like I don't think anyone's really afraid of Dice and Hawk, to be honest. If you are, then this game is fucked. Like you're afraid of Dice and Hawk, then we're in a whole different problem.
Even like players, even if it's the same players that we see every week, but we don't really get to see them make it to the finals because it's just a Happy show, or we're not excited to see them make it to the finals because they know they're just going to get 3-0'd by Happy. Like the grand finals with 25 minutes against Dice this Friday, 3-0 in 25 minutes, super one-sided. But you know, so it's never a storyline like, oh my god, Hippo makes it to the grand finals. Does he have a chance to actually do this? Because before, like, doesn't matter. You made it to the grand finals. That's as far as you're fucking getting, and you're losing in 20 minutes to Happy. Whereas now there's actually some hype behind, like, oh, this underdog player is making it to the grand finals. Can they actually win? Because you can actually beat players like Hawk and Dice. It's possible. You can actually beat players like Starbuck. You're not going to beat Happy on any day. If he has his worst possible day, any of your best, if you're a European or North American player, you're not going to beat him unless your name is Xlord.
Right, exactly. So I think we agree. Like week 2 and week 3, as fucked as it is, might be more exciting than the Happy Cup fucking week 1 and the finals. It could be if you like gauge the storylines that way, right? So that's up to like whoever's fucking doing it to tell the tale. Like, that's your cup still?
Yeah, and now there's 2 downsides, of course. What might the first downside be? This is what a lot of people have been talking about, which was proven wrong on Friday. But what is a potential abusable thing about this system?
What is a potential? Let me take a look. What is a potential abusable thing about this system?
How might one like Happy abuse this system? Or somebody like Dice if Happy wasn't playing?
I don't know.
So there is potential, which Happy did not do. So credit to him. I mean, it might not be worth his time, sort of thing. But because
to come second first,
because you still get money for it. So and say Happy wanted to not literally throw.
He could do off race, main race.
Human. He could play human. So this Friday, I thought Happy was gonna play human, which is totally acceptable. He's still playing his best. He's still trying his best. But Dice would most likely, maybe not most likely, but he has a good chance, maybe 55-45 in Happy's favor to beat Happy's human.
Yeah, but then we get into it. Do you want to spend 2 whole days to make 30 fucking bucks?
Yeah. How worth it is it for people in Russia
That's
to make
sweaty,
$15?
dude.
Yeah.
That is super fucking get him a towel. That's sweaty. Yeah, it's definitely doable though. I mean, he could do
and that takes the 115 and turns it into 145. You know, if he wanted to, because he knows he's going to win week 3. But Happy's probably not a player to take a risk like that. Like, why would I not try my best every time in case I lose the 3rd time after playing human? He probably is thinking that, even though it's never going to happen that he's going to lose. In his head, he's probably like, what if I lost week 3 with undead? You know, what if? He's probably calculates that
and then I just fucked myself out of the 75. I don't
Which is pretty stupid.
think-
From like a risk reward, like a poker sort of analysis, you know, is
Yeah.
it worth it? You know, game theory analysis or whatever you want to call it.
But you're getting rid of 2 heavy hitters week 1 and 2. There's no shot you're losing week 3, right?
Yeah, that's
It
also
is-
true.
It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
foolproof. I think like
Yeah.
if Happy did that, listen, you got to roast that motherfucker if he does that. That is fucking.
If he
first
plays
of all, that's
human,
hilarious.
if he plays human, I think whatever is totally fine. If he throws, obviously you ban him from the tournament.
Right. If he's
If
undead and he doesn't win, it's. I mean, if
he's
he
like
doesn't win, sure,
unsummoning his Necropolis and like pulling a 1-2-0, then it's like
Right.
okay, bud. But if he plays human, he's like, I can play whatever race I fucking want. I'm playing my best still, based. It's
Right.
totally cool.
Speaking of 1-2-0.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on.
Starbuck
Go off,
destroyed
dude.
him yesterday.
On ladder or in a tournament?
TP League, Ted Cup.
Oh, okay, nice. Starbuck's been playing good, and not just because he beat Hitman at Rarland.
Do you think? Obviously,
Did he play human? Is he playing human main race against?
So 1-2-0 beat Starbucks Orc in the upper bracket, and then the lower bracket final, Starbucks Human beat 1-2-0.
Yeah,
Starbucks Human
doing
has
great against Undead.
Yeah, Starbucks Human has been beating 1-2-0 pretty often. I think they're 3-3 in series.
Such a great
My
matchup.
question to you, okay? And I don't want to give too much light to this because it's obviously a huge thing to bring up, and there's no real proof.
Yeah.
Do you think he's ever?
Match fixing?
Yeah.
Well, it's no secret that match fixing is a huge issue in China, and it always has been in every esport. It's a massive problem, especially in bigger esports like Counter-Strike, like League of Legends. Think of Newbie, right? That was it Dota 2 or League of Legends with Newbie?
Newbie was Dota 2.
Dota 2, yeah, Dota 2. But same in Counter-Strike. Is a huge issue for every Chinese team. It's just match fixing is pretty much, as far as I know, not punished in China, and very much profitable. So it's no secret that pretty much every esport, China is the worst for match fixing of any place in
Brass
the world.
tacks.
I want to say
1-2-0.
Yeah. I mean, probably a lot of Chinese players match fix, and 1-2-0 is one of the youngest Chinese players. And he's had some of the most questionable decisions in games where he is maybe the favorite that I've seen. And he is one of the best players ever. Like he is Infi caliber, Happy caliber, Lin caliber, Prime Moon, Prime Grubby. He is that level of player, probably even better than like a Prime Grubby at this. Like he's probably is more talented than Prime Grubby.
Right.
Like he is a ridiculously good player. Like he is the best of the best.
So
here's some of the games that he's lost when he's been the favorite have been outrageous over the years.
Right, outrageous. Like, and it's the same guy. This is what gets me. It's always the same guy. Whenever there's like a fluke game or a crazy game, it's always the same guy. It's 1-2-0. And here's my thing: is when I pull up this bracket, you know, I'm looking at the bracket and I go, okay, 1-2-0 dust Starbucks Orc, completely different matchup, sure. But then we get to the lower bracket and Starbucks 2-0's 1-2-0, not a 2-1, a 2-0. And I start to think, well,
different matchup though. Different
matchup. Yes, I said that. And
Starbucks Human is better than his Orc as well.
For sure. However, you know, in a world, 1-2-0 dust Starbucks Orc right in the upper, right?
Yeah.
What were the odds on that? You think 3-1?
I don't know.
But what do you think a rematch in the lower bracket is when one player beats him 2-0 an hour before? Do you think it's now 6-1?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't really know too much about
so
betting odds and stuff,
if you're gonna fluke a match, which one do you think you do? You think you do the upper bracket or you think you do the lower bracket? You know?
Yeah. The thing is with
it's
that
just
is like
fuck, you know?
I don't know any. Obviously, we talked about this back in the DreamHack days because we were like, Hitman could just throw this. Like, it was Like when DreamHack was, Circuit ESL was big in Warcraft 2020. We're like, Hitman could just throw this game against Insup, bet $1,000 and make a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Like we had the discussion of like, we could just do this. Obviously we didn't, or I wouldn't be talking about it right now. And it was never even a question of whether or not we were going to do it.
But it was crazy how easy it was.
Yeah, we could make a lot of money here, guys, during ESL because especially in NA, it was like Hitman's going to beat everyone. He's going to be the huge favorite. He's going to be 10-1 versus whoever, versus Saron or something. And you can bet on those games. And so that was the only time that I've experienced any betting in Warcraft 3 or been on a website which had Warcraft 3. I don't know what the betting sites are for Warcraft. There's maybe some Russian sites, some Chinese sites, but I haven't actually seen them.
No, there's Canadian and American sites, very popular ones that have
for Warcraft 3.
Yeah,
for Warcraft 3 currently
they have this tournament.
Oh, really? No
way. Bet365 has this tournament.
Bet365 has Warcraft right now?
It's that
Why aren't
easy.
I betting on these games? I'm not casting them.
No, it's that easy. But my point
bet
is,
on work. I can make so much money, dude.
But my point is, if 120 gets odds of, let's say, 3-1 in the upper and he 2-0 Starbuck in the lower...
But you can literally see the odds, though. Can't you go see the odds? That's what I mean. That's what I mean by I don't know any of the...
When it's done, and I didn't at the time, right? I didn't at the time.
Yeah.
Now I wish I was up so I could fucking check it. But I imagine the odds get a little bit more in 120's favor. And so... But you know what? Obviously, let's... I'm not gonna fucking go into this more because, like I said, I have no proof. It's a baseless, not even an allegation. It's just
if I had to bet money on 3 players that have probably match fixed in their careers in Warcraft 3, it would be TH, Infi, and 120. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
I don't know if they have. If I had to bet for 3, if you asked me 3, gun to my head, which 3 have done it?
I mean, yeah,
TH, Infi, 120.
TH and Infi were in the days of a grand final of a major tournament, and they both decided to go random and go 50-50 on the money. Do you know what I mean? So it's like...
Which is already an ethical issue.
For sure, but they used to do that regularly. So what I wanted to know, because like with Dust League coming up and Dust League Asia, hopefully I get 120 and I get... I like when you interview these players...
now. This is getting translated and sent to him today. It's getting put up on Reddit, translated.
I doubt it. But anyway,
big fan of the guy.
Listen, 120, huge fucking fan. Really,
and I got no problem. Hey, if you could make a bag, hey man, we're all out here to make a bag. If you can get away with it, I would do it too. Come on, I would do it
too. I hear you, and I'm in the same boat. Okay, I listen. You make your money however you want.
If you get away with it, who cares? All right.
But do you think that it's just us saying this? It's just Western guys, or do you think guys in China have looked at some of his games and go, "What the fuck is going on with this guy today?" Do you think maybe it's been a discussion? Because I don't really check Chinese forums and shit. But like, if I do a Dust League interview with like, let's say, like, I don't know who's gonna play. I don't know anybody, right? And I just go like, hey, like, we think that, he's thrown some matches. Like, have you guys ever talked about that? Like, some of his games are super sketch. Like, do you think some of them will be like, yeah, we thought about it, but there's no way to prove it, so whatever, fuck it? Or do you think they go like, yeah, it's a little fucking weird, huh?
Yeah, like most of what I know about match fixing obviously comes from the GOAT Richard Lewis. That's pretty much everything I've learned about esports match fixing, or even match fixing in general, like spot fixing and sport bet match fixing and stuff. He talks about it a lot, and I like his YouTube channel. He's great. He's perfect. So most of what I know, most of what I've heard of, and most of how I'm informed is through his shit, his YouTube videos and some of his articles and stuff like that. And what he's talked about when it comes to Chinese match fixing is actually like gang related shit. Like they come to your house and they're like, you have to fix this game or we're gonna fucking kill this person in your family or something like that.
Really?
Because it's so loosey goosey there, and there's such a big investment into like esports in Asia, especially. Damn. So he's talked about with like Counter-Strike teams that happening and being able to get. And he's got interviews with people that's happened to in China that were on like big Counter-Strike teams. In Warcraft, is that happening? Probably, definitely not. Because it's Warcraft 3 and they have bigger, they could do what's that Counter-Strike copy? Like that game's huge. Dota's huge. Counter-Strike's huge.
Yeah. I think if it is going to happen, it's from someone's own free will to make money individually, privately, right?
Yeah, I think
I don't think a big conglomerate's coming up.
I don't think that's happening in Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
But I think that is one avenue that it happens, probably in China, according to Richard Lewis, for sure. Maybe in Korea, although it's obviously literally illegal in Korea, which is based. Places like Russia, probably happens,
But I just think like there's just so many games where I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, something's got to give here. Like the game on LR against Starbuck, and I, like, you know what I mean? I just watched the LR game. You know,
Yeah.
Lich first opener goes for an expo, sells the TP, buys the Blight Skull, creeps the green in the bottom on LR. He's bottom spawn, right? On LR.
Yeah.
Creeps the green first, then goes across. So when he creeps the green, then goes to the expo, guess who's there? Starbuck fucking fresh. Right in his face. Yeah. So now no expo. And on the way back to 120's base, when he's fucking got his tail between his legs, he pulls the Merc camp, gets slowed, loses 2 ghouls. It's like I've seen Duck do this. Do you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to be the second best undead in the world, one of the third best in the world, maybe even sometimes the first best player in the number 1. Yeah. And you're playing like that. It's like, dude, you make it fucking hard for me to not say something.
Yeah, there's been multiple examples of this over the years, like many.
That was yesterday.
But the most obvious, or maybe not obvious, the best example you could give, the most memorable example you could give is Amazonia versus Happy's Undead 120 off races Night Elf, which I don't know. I don't know if this is correct. I really don't know much about this when I'm talking about it, but I don't know if what race you choose determines on the fly what the betting odds would be. So if the betting odds are determined and then you change race and the match starts, does it change there? Like if 120 goes Night Elf as opposed to Undead Mirroring, do the odds change, or are they still the same as though he was playing Undead? You know what I'm asking? Like, say I'm playing you, Orc versus your Undead, and then I'm like, I'm going to play Human. Do the odds change?
I don't think they get those in real time. I think so that's why I'm saying...
They would have to see the first game.
No, that's why I'm saying when 120 played Starbucks Orc and 2-0'd, I think they went into the lower bracket thinking that Starbuck was going to play Orc again, and they went 6-1 odds this time. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they assumed that he was going to switch to Human. I don't think they can really do that in real time. I think they just take the player at face value. I don't think when they see game 1, like by the time game 1 starts, the betting's already closed. Like the bets are off.
Yeah, I do wonder who's doing this and making the odds and stuff. Is somebody in the community that knows the game. It's actually an interesting thing. Or do you think they just have raw stats and they just do the odds based on raw?
I think it's raw
win
stats.
Percentage.
Yeah.
And where do they get those stats? War 3 info? Is War 3 info what's giving the stats to the betting sites?
I don't know.
Odds on Warcraft 3 games? Because where else do you get the stats from? Liquipedia, War 3 info. Right, it's the same. They're pretty much the same things.
It would have to be. It would have to be obviously a stat database that's they think is trusted. Yeah, it could be like an individual Warcraft guy. I think that like, how do you get that gig? You know what I mean? I want that gig.
Give me that gig. I'm the guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, I'll even work with 120. You know what I mean? I give you 12-1 today, buddy. Pack it in. You know what I mean? We're going home early. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who really picks the odds. I would assume that it's stats related and AI generated stats. Like they have an algorithm. Yeah.
But to finish my story about this Amazonia game, because that's the most egregious example of what seemed to be 120 throwing a game. Not even throwing. It was so outrageous. He plays Night Elf instead of Undead Mirroring Happy. So what we're assuming, we're going to assume the odds are set just based on the match, based on the two players' names. So what race you play does not determine the odds. The odds are determined based on the players themselves. So 120 goes off race against Happy, Night Elf, probably thinking he's going to lose, at least the way that we're trying to frame this story. He's trying to lose. He destroys Happy. He destroys him. He completely destroys him. Happy's pretty much about to lose. 120 is on like 2 base. He's killed the DK. He's killed the Lich. Happy's got like 1 hero left down a base. And 120 at this point types GG and leaves the game. And then what people said was like, oh, he was just making a statement about how imbalanced Night Elf is. And, you know, he didn't think he deserved the win. So he GG'd out and gave the win. But it's like really, this is like a big match for like a, you know, not a lot of money, but like some money. I forget exactly what the tournament is. I'm sure somebody in chat would remember. But that was the most like really, okay, we're just gonna say like he's full of integrity when he does that.
See, and this community is so like well-hearted that like
they want to think the best.
Yeah, dude. Like even yesterday when Starbuck 2-0's 120, like even Neo's gonna be like, what a story. Everyone in the chat's gonna pop off. Nobody's gonna think like, hey, did we ever think of watching this fucking game? You know what I mean? Like, did we ever think like maybe something's up? Because like I think the whole fucking vibe is like, oh dude, Starbuck's a fucking legend, and he played and he owned him.
I don't know.
And
I'd
it's like,
have to actually see the games when it comes, because obviously
I only
Starbuck
saw
is,
LR and I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Starbuck is definitely capable of beating 120. Especially Human has been doing quite good. Like Hawk's been taking games off Happy, for instance. You know,
Yep.
like if Hawk can do it, Starbuck is a better Human player than Hawk. He's better in the matchup as well because he has more knowledge of the game, I would argue, than Hawk. Currently in the current meta. And 120 arguably worse than Happy. So definitely possible for Starbuck just to straight up beat 120. I'd have to actually see the games, let you know. But there's been so many examples over the year of 120 being like, that's one of the greatest players ever. Like that's it. Like it's not like whoops, but both my hands broke. You know, like 120, it happens too much for them unless he just doesn't care. Because again, he's young.
Why would you though? Like if you're getting away with it, the game's so fucking shit. You know, this game fucking sucks. Nobody cares. Why wouldn't you think that you can get away with it? I don't know, but like, listen, and
we have no proof, and we really don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Right,
but this is something but it says something that we've been talking about this for like 5 years, maybe even longer. Me and you, we've been talking about 120 in regards to this.
It's always the same.
We've been talking about it for years, maybe even longer. Might be talking about this for like 7-8 years now about a 120 being like, we're always watching his games with like one eye,
and just one more thing, right? One more thing. I scoured the internet. I scoured War 3 Info's replays, right? Because I'm like, okay, Lich first on LR, Fast Expo versus Human. Surely I can find a ladder game, another tournament game on
of 120
of 120 playing against Human, doing that and opening with the green camp into Expo and winning. Show me that it's done. Because I'm seeing fucking a green camp into Expo. You're late. Archmage is already there. You're screwed, right? I couldn't find a single fucking replay of him going Lich. He goes Dreadlord. Day before.
Dreadlord's been very, very common recently.
Day before against Yumiko, nothing but Dreadlord, right? Lich on other maps. But like, I see DK. I found Dreadlord, Fast Expo, and he doesn't creep the green with Dreadlord. He goes straight there. So he's definitely aware that creeping the green's not going to fucking work.
You could also ask Starbuck what he thinks. I mean, it's a little rude.
Yeah, no. I don't want to take anything away from Starbuck because, like I said,
that's why I say I have to see the games before I can say this.
I'm a complete idiot, and I don't want to take anything away from Starbuck.
I do, like, again, Starbuck could beat 120 any day of the week.
And he has.
Whether or not, this this was him actually beating 120 does not take away from the fact that Starbuck can beat anyone in the world.
Right, I'm not taking the win away from Starbuck. He can beat 120. He has beat him with his Human before. His Human's really fucking good. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't seem like less enticing for 120 to lose to Starbuck when the odds are probably fucking insane. You know, and then he plays like that.
Is Starbuck somebody that 120 is going to meta game? Or is it more likely? I don't actually know the answer to this question. I'd have to think about it. Are you more likely to try to metagame a player from a different region that you play less, or are you more likely to try to metagame a player that you play more from your region? I would assume a player from your region that you play more, which Lich, if he's always playing Dreadlord, Lich might be like a metagame sort of move. Or, like you would think you would just play the most standard, most comfortable style and just play the flowchart up against the player that you're favored against, as opposed to trying to do tricky shit. But 120 has always been known to do tricky, weird metagame stuff. Like that's the sort of style he is, as opposed to Happy,
or just
who
weird,
always plays
or just
flowchart.
Weird standard. Yeah, exactly. So I know that when 120 opens,
they are two sides of the coin.
Yeah, like but like I tried to find a single fucking replay just to emulate what 120 has done and get any clarity. Does it work? Does it not work? Has he done this before? Couldn't find it, dude. Not on Last Refuge. In fact, he vetoes Last Refuge every fucking series against Human. This is the only series that he's never vetoed at Last Refuge, and the only series where he's gone Lich first on Last Refuge. Not ladder. He's never gone Lich first on Last Refuge against Human. This is the one game. So testing a new build, lol, that's an easy fucking loss. You know what I mean? Northern Isles, I don't really know the Northern Isles match. I haven't seen it. Starbucks always beaten him on Northern Isles, so maybe he's just got his number there. But it's just weird, man. You're practicing a build you've never even practiced in a major tournament. It's just weird, man. How come I can't find your Lich on LR?
Yeah, strategically, you could talk about this a little bit because, like, Last Refuge You were saying Dreadlord is more common on it. The reason why Dreadlord and Cryptlord as well, and just Expos in general, would tend to be kind of bad on Last Refuge is because of Merc Camp and because of quick level 3 creep routes. That's at least the best analysis I can do, not being very active right now. But Merc Camp, quick level 3, you skip the Expo pressure with level 2 water elementals, the Dreadlord, Cryptlord, Lich, DK Expo, whatever the fuck it is. And the human ends up doing pretty well on one base. So you have to go sort of something like Lich one base and just try to go uber aggressive on the expansion. But that's not really a comfy style when everyone's playing two base nowadays. But I'd have to look more into it. I'd have to look at what the actual vetoes of the match were. Why would you have to go to something like Last Refuge, as opposed to something like a Springtime or whatever? I don't know. But
right. So the maps, that's what I thought too. I thought there was gonna be some fucked up maps there, right? So there is TR and TM. There's Echo Wilds as well. So maybe he plays Last Refuge.
Yeah, TR. Why no TR is. I wonder how bad TR still is for human. Like to this day, is TR still horrible against undead, or do you just play one base and you just say fuck it, one base against undead? Why not?
Right.
I don't know.
But I give
really
the benefit of the doubt because this tournament has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 maps in it. Okay. TR, TM, TS, EI. Okay, you're probably gonna veto these. So you're probably gonna
veto
LR.
TS. You're probably gonna veto EI. I would imagine. I could be wrong.
Right, and then like TR, you probably want to keep. That's getting vetoed.
Like Merc Camp maps. I'm assuming you're gonna veto if you're gonna want to play a two base undead style against human. You're gonna veto the Merc Camp maps.
Right. So my extended olive branch is that the reason why I can't see LR in most games is because 120 does veto them in most tournaments, except for this one with an 11 map fucking pool where he had to veto TS against human, obviously, and he had to veto EI against human, obviously, right? So it's like this is a one-off map. This is a one-off tournament because of this. So that's me saying like that's why Last Refuge is playing. There's one theory where it's like, well, I could play this map and just do a build I don't practice and fucking lose for free. That's easy, right? Because I don't practice it enough. I look like shit. Or I had to veto these maps and I had to play on a map that I wasn't comfortable with and I played like shit. So it's like it does work both ways. So it's like fuck me.
I'd have to know. I'd have to talk to somebody that knows more currently about the meta and the map pool and the matchup itself, because I'm in a position right now where I just show up and cast once a week. I can't say with authority what the exact proper vetoes have to be in every position and what both players should do. And, if the Lich on LR is like a standard thing, I have no, if you asked me 2 years ago, sure. But currently I have no idea.
So anyway, the point is, I don't want to make this whole podcast about fucking is 1-2. I don't want to do that. The point is 120 does some weird shit. And, he's one of the best players in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Let's just end it there because fucking, you know what I mean? Let's not get into it anymore.
Yeah, true. It's something that we've always been watching and we will continue to watch. And hey, maybe we're completely wrong, but we'll probably never know.
Fucking hope that we're completely wrong.
We will never actually know because we are not investigative journalists and we don't know how to look who bets for games.
Right.
And we cannot get that information.
There's no way that we'll ever
get
that information. Yeah.
We will never know. We will never know.
Exactly.
All right. So that was the weekly cup. That was talking about 120 games I haven't seen. What else you got for me, Rick?
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah. No.
I told everyone I was gonna ask. Is he getting laid? Or I'll ask him. Yeah.
I'm over here trying my best. I'm over here trying my best. Okay. I'm putting in work. Over here. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Cool. What about me? I mean, I got some stories that I cannot talk about on a pod. It's
kind of a weird thing to talk about on a podcast. I was like,
I do have some stories to tell you. I had a wild thing happen to me this week, but I cannot talk about on the pod. I really can't.
All right.
Just a wild thing. I can talk about this though. I had something happen to me. Okay, and I'm gonna air this out because since I've come back. Okay, come back to streaming, come back to Warcraft 3.
Yeah, we all know what happened. We all know your story.
It's not fucking new. Okay, so since I've come
there was
back,
there was a big Reddit thread. There was a lot of comments on that fucker.
Everybody was there. Okay,
everybody was on that pile of dogs.
So here's my chance to pivot a little bit and just talk about me and what happens. Okay, what happens?
Go off,
to you.
King.
So. It's very fucking bizarre. I'm going to start with that because when something like this happens to you, you have a lot of people right off the bat that fucking hate you. Okay, they make it very clear that they were never your friend. They're so glad this happened to you. Get fucked, right? That's clear.
As you do.
As you do. And then you have people that have your back and are in your corner, and that's always nice. And those people don't ever get forgotten. But what's really weird...
There's also the in-between. Don't forget the in-between, the passive virtue signalers. Don't forget the in-between.
Right, so there's passive virtue signalers who just fucking... They just go with the flow, right? The trend. They're trenders, right? So it's like... It's fucking... Oh, it's sick to hate Rick today, so we're going to fucking hate Rick today, right? So there's those people. So I've been back a year,
and then there's
right?
me.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was.
You're going to bury my bones, right? So
yeah, I'm pretty much just left you out in the dust and kept getting my paper.
So here's the thing, right? So now that I've been coming back and I've been streaming and I've been putting a little bit more light on me and I've been out in the fucking whatever. I've been out on Twitch and shit. I find that a lot of these people that made it very clear that they did not like me are coming back out of the woodwork. Out of the fucking woodwork. And let me just say, okay, as someone who's been through the shit, I think, and maybe some people are different.
I think that's fair to say that you have. I think you've had it about as bad as anyone else in this scene that's really gotten.
You know, I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to say any names, and I'm not going to confirm names. But I think, for me personally, I think it's better when I came back that like I kind of know where you guys stand. So when you come back out of the woodwork, right? And like pretend like you're happy to see me and that you're so like you're glad I'm doing well. It's just a very weird feeling to me. It almost would have been better if you didn't say hi to me at all. And I don't mean that like fuck you. Obviously people can change. I just mean like for me it's just so fucking weird to experience. You know, because you know this. Someone did reach out to me. They reached out to you too. And it was someone that was like definitely not in my corner at that time, right? And then they basically reached out wanting to like work with me, and they're like, I fucking love your shit, we should work together, like blah blah blah. And it's like, huh? Like if you purposely like fuck me over, am I supposed to put you on now that like you're like complimenting me now? It's very bizarre behavior. And I don't know if that's like par for the course or how I'm supposed to act. Like I can only just be nice. You know what I mean? Which I was, but it's so bizarre that like, I think what I'm trying to say is like, if you took that stance before, just keep the stance and like leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think some people might not realize the severity of sort of what happened and how much you got shit on and how much you actually lost. I don't think people get it. And how, I don't see where they're just like, oh, Rick just like stopped playing for a couple of years. Oh, he just didn't like the game anymore. He just stopped playing for a couple of years. I think maybe most people actually think that's what happened, as opposed to you literally being pushed out and lit on fire on your way out, sort of thing.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Some people like listen. Obviously, you know,
it's like Rick's back. Oh, what do you know, bud? Like I think a lot of people might actually have that view, as opposed to like, oh, this guy that we said should, you know, Minecraft himself. Oh, he's back.
Right. So like, I'm not talking about the people that like, listen, you could totally fucking hate me like 2 years ago and be like, the kid's all right. You know what I mean? You know, I am an all right guy, but the point is that
you're not perfect though.
I'm not I never
you're
said
not
I was
perfect.
I never
you're
said
not
I was
perfect.
I never said.
And I'm reinforcing that you're
right.
fucked up,
right,
bud.
Thank
you're
you.
fucked. Yeah,
thank you.
But go on. Just I'm not. You know, this isn't. You're not some saint, okay? You're not Jesus Christ on the cross, okay?
I appreciate
Christmas
it,
is
but
over.
the people that I'm talking about are people that were
Go on.
legitimately a part of the fucking burn him at the cross, kick him the fuck out, right? Those are the people I'm talking about. So for those people to come back out of the woodwork and be like, oh, I'm so glad you're back. It's so happy to see you. Like, I'm glad you're doing well. It's so fucking bizarre to me to experience that.
Yeah.
Because now I have to, if I tell them to fuck off, am I being a dick? If I tell them, you know, like, oh, you know, cool, like bygones be bygones, isn't that like what I'm trying to do when I come back too? So it's very confusing for me. I don't know how to really react to people that were like blatantly fucking shitty to me. Like, I never did anything to these fucking people. Do you know what I mean? But they were so fucking blatantly shitty to me. And then they come back out of the woodwork, you know, a year later, 2 years later. It's been so long. And it is over and it is done. Thank God.
What, three? Has it been 3 years?
Yeah, it's going on 3 years.
Jesus
but like
Christ.
that's the thing. When I came back, I was good. You know, it's over. It's done. I came back. It's good.
And you were gone for 2 years.
Yeah, and then like,
Let's say that's a decent. You know, like even James Charles only took a month off.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is, like, when these people come back out of the woodwork and then they say like really good things, like, oh, it's nice to see you, it's good, it still rehatches the fucking shit that I went through. Like, I just go right back in time and it's like, fuck, man. Like, I would rather personally that you just left me alone. You didn't come back. You didn't say it's good to see me.
And
like,
I'm assuming I'm thinking of a few names. Now, there has been a few people that just haven't said a word to you.
Thank fucking God.
I'm good. And good
bro.
for them.
Yeah,
good for them too. Like, stick to it.
Exactly.
Like if I was like fuck you, I would just be like fuck you forever.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with fuck you forever. I can
There's
live.
also nothing wrong with being like, look, I'm sorry I was a super dick to you. I've sort of thought about it now, and you know, I understand 2 years is enough, and now, you know, are we cool? That's another, but to
Right.
just ignore that anything
That's
ever
a different
happened on
conversation.
either
And listen,
side.
yeah. Some people have had that conversation with me. More than happy to fucking let's move on and whatever, right?
Or maybe you could DM you and go like, look, I fucking hated you back then, and I still fucking hate you, motherfucker. That's another direction you could take. There's many directions other than just ignoring the past.
Listen, I'm never gonna fucking let you back in my circle, you cocksucker motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you
like,
do whatever
that's
you
an
want,
approach you could
whatever
take.
you want, right? I get it. At least you took a stance. But when you're like blatantly shitting on me, like you were. Back in the day, and then you come at like I said, no acknowledgement of what you did before. I know what you did. I was there.
Yeah.
No acknowledgement, zero acknowledgement. The only thing they say is, "Hey, it's good to have you back. You know, really miss you. I think you're a great caster. Hey, by the way, like maybe I should cast some time with you." That is fucking bizarre, man. That is bizarro world. You know, why would you ever think that when you shit on me and then you don't even acknowledge that, I'm gonna put you on? That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like multiple people. It's not just one person, it's like multiple people. It's just really weird. And so I'm hatching this out right now. I've talked to you about it a little bit because, you know what I mean, you were there for the whole thing. So I can like say like, dude, what the fuck is happening? You know what I mean? It's just like it's just really bizarre. It's just bizarre, you know, to go through that.
And what I said to you, what I said to you as well when you were texting about this yesterday or whatever, 2 days ago, I was like, "What do you even have to give? Like, who can? Like, just go turn just go turn your stream on. You'll have 150 viewers by the end of the night. All right?
Yeah, like that's the thing too.
Ricky's not reinventing the fucking wheel over here. But you guys could do it too, okay?
Like,
He's just watching games, okay?
Yeah, like, well, put you onto what, dude? I'm eating a shit sandwich right here. Like, you think this is fucking high life? Like, you think like, oh, Ricky's made it. I'm gonna fucking ride this wagon. What wagon, dude? Like, I'm eating a shit sandwich, dude.
This community is pretty tight knit. I mean, we all watch everyone's streams. Okay, it's the same people in here that's going to be the stream that you raid after this. You know, what's up, Victor? Good to see you. You know, if Victor turns his stream on right now, it's going to be the same 106 people in there. You know, plus some because Victor's the goat. But
my point is, I think like, you know, I'm okay. Listen, when I came back, full disclosure, when I came back, I fully understood that there were going to be people that said fuck that guy 2 years ago and still fuck that guy today.
And you know what? And yeah, it's all right. Like, you know, it's probably fair to assume maybe even everyone would think that, and that's still fine because 2 years you came back. If everyone says go fuck yourself, whatever, they can fucking totally do that as long as they stick to what they thought, you know?
Right, but that's something I've already acknowledged out the gate before I even came back. It was like, listen, dude, there's probably going to be some people that don't want to work with you, that say fuck you, because like they just it is what it is, right? The internet can interpret anything the way they want, right? And they can move on and react to anything they want. That's the way the world works, right? But
it's not like anyone ever owed you anything. Like, oh, he did something I don't agree with. I fuck him. I'll just never associate with him again. I do that with people. You know, it doesn't take much. If someone says one bad thing in a chat, I might just block you and ignore you for the rest of my life. It doesn't have to take much for like random people on the internet. It's easy for me. I ban everyone from my chat, you know? I'll see you never again in my life. There's 8 billion other people, you know? Who gives a fuck? It's easy.
Right. And like I said,
So some people might take that approach, you know?
There is different shit. There's like, hey, I fucking hated your guts, man, and I think you're all right. Or like, you know, coming up to me like being like, hey, I fucking hate your guts. I still hate your guts. Fuck you. You know what I mean? At least that's a stance. Like, at least that's like a fucking, that's like I can respect that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can accept that. It's just really weird for me to respect and accept the blatant ignorance of what other people have done, you know, to me, and then just like pretend it doesn't happen, and then just be like, oh, by the way, like it's crazy.
Yeah, I get that. Victor, are you talking about me shave or Ricky shave? Okay, because I agree with both. I agree with both.
You think I need to shave this big boy? What do you mean?
Just outrageous. You look like my cousin, who's like 35 and still lives with my aunt.
Is your cousin hot?
It's a guy. I'm gonna grow mine until it's all the way down to my chin, and then I'm gonna shave it. Yeah.
You're gonna let it really go.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it. I'll let everything go, you know.
Dude, I was even getting worked up just explaining that, which is so ridiculous. I'm being curious here. Are there any particular parts of the community that you feel are against you? I really don't feel that way. No, I don't feel like there's a corner that is against me. There's some corners that I won't go back.
I mean,
into.
it's always been us versus Europe, though. At the end of the day, I mean, it's been like that since the Clan War days. Okay.
Yeah, that's always been the case, though.
It's always been the case. All right.
Yeah, Link. What I'm talking about is specific people that have taken a dirty shot at me when I was down, and now are coming out of the woodwork pretending like they didn't take that dirty shot, trying to be my friend. Do you know what I mean? That's the situation I'm in. And it's just very confusing. These are individuals. It's just very bizarre because like I said, a stance could be like, listen, man, you know, I took a dirty shot at you and I fucked up. You know, I just want us to be cool. That's not what's happening. This is like just blatant, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you didn't do it, but it's just bizarre. It's just a weird way to interact with people. You know what? Does that make sense? Like, it's just bizarre. And like Carson, I've talked to you about it. I don't want to get into names or specifics or nothing like that. They honestly don't deserve the time. But it is just very bizarro land to go through that. And I think that's par for the course too, right? You know, when you
I mean,
it's a very tight knit community. Do you know what I mean? So
I mean, all you have to do is go back to the Reddit thread, Twitter thread, the VODs from back in the day, and you could see the people that it was, and you know. There was a lot.
It's all there, dude. It's all there.
And you know what? Not saying that you're for my sanity here. I'm not saying you're a martyr or anything. All right, I'm not saying you did zero things wrong.
No, I don't think
you did zero things to make anyone hate you.
No.
Aside from the actual issue, the canceling issue. Before that, we're not nice people. When we were managing teams, you know, when we were doing tournaments and stuff, when we were interacting with people in the scene, me and you both haven't been particularly nice to a lot of people.
True.
You know, and so there's reason for a lot of people to hate both of us, and you a little bit especially. So it's not as though some people are justified in hating you, but the people that just hate you because that was the thing to do, right? You know,
that was huge too. Yeah,
yeah. But just to say, you know, you're not a saint over here, okay? I gotta read. No. You're not a saint, motherfucker, okay?
No.
Because that's what it sounds like, you know. And I just gotta reiterate that.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you clarified. Yeah. That's not what I was trying to say or do or portray. Yeah, it's definitely the people that were like, oh, the flavor of the month is fuck that guy, fuck that guy.
Exactly.
And now the flavor of the month is, oh, we kind of like him now. Okay, I like him too. Dude, it's noticeable. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that. Like, so it's just not it's a fucked up way to interact with people. It's just a fucked up way to think, you know?
Yeah.
But maybe that's part of
Twitter, Reddit life, dude.
It's just fucking bizarre. Like I said, I would just rather, it's a lot easier because I obviously have stances of people in my head. Like, you know what I mean? That's why, like, when I went to Germany, it was very eye-opening to see how cool people were. Because I didn't know what the fuck to expect when I went down there, let's be honest. But it was like, it was truly fucking nice. And it was truly like, you know what, most of it was in my own head. So it's like, just move on and you know, just try to do good shit. You know what I mean?
And like, I'm sure you would rather, after coming back, you would rather have 100 viewers instead of 300. As long as those 200 people not watching you aren't coming in here being like, hey man, you know,
Well, I've had that too.
If those people
yeah.
just fucking leave you alone, and you have 100 viewers instead of 300,
Yeah.
you'd probably rather just have the 100 that are like actually genuine people as opposed to the 200 fake motherfuckers. You know?
Yeah, it's just fake and phony. It's just I can't respect it. You know, that's all it is. It's just I'm calling out the fugazis. You know.
Yeah.
It's just very weird for me. You know, and it's hard to explain because it's only happening to me. But yeah, I think I just wanted to get that off my chest. You know what I mean? Other than that, dude, I love fucking streaming. I love my community. I love the people that are tuned in right now. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm not talking about you guys. Okay, well, I got my own little DGen crew here on Twitch.
Yeah, I just like the normal people in the community, you know, that chill out.
Yeah,
they're not getting mad about things. You know,
you can get mad
they're
about
just
things.
chilling.
What's wrong about getting mad about things? You can get mad about things.
The people that get mad about like happy winning or too many ads and stuff like that, or argue about balance in the chat for like 5 hours. I'm all for a good balance discussion, but it's like people that are just like, are you even like a real human behind these messages? Like, is this all you think about? Like people that just complain about balance every day in Twitch chats all day, like those people. But you know, the chill people, you guys know who you are. But you know, it's not as though people shouldn't call us out on our shit, you know, like fucking base, dude. We say something dumb, call us out. I do that to Ricky all day.
Listen, free country, dude. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Some of the best people in the community are people that are like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? You know?
I've had that plenty. If you've watched my stream enough, I think hopefully people are just used to my stream being fucked up.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of people that were like, what did you just say? And I was like, that's just something you're going to have to get used to here.
Just be a normal human, you know?
Or just, don't watch it, you know?
Just be cool. Don't be unhinged. You know, if we say something stupid, question mark us. Just be a normal human being, you know. Just because you have a weird alias in the chat doesn't mean you can't be like a normal person.
You know what I'm finding right now on my stream? I don't know if you have this, but dude, I have a really fucked up chat. Okay, I find that some people like to really take their day out on this chat. You know what I mean? Like some people go, oh, the coast is clear, look both ways, and they just fucking dive bomb into some crazy shit, okay?
That's all right, you know? Because most people in this community are also like fucking real adults, you know? Like I don't even have a real job, but most of these people are like 35, got careers, got kids, got wives, you know?
Yeah, but it does get a little crazy sometimes. So what I'm saying is, you know, toe the line. You know what I mean? Pretend like talk in the chat, like, you know,
just
what I mean?
Be normal.
Just be normal, dude. You know what I mean? People listen.
It could be like the bar after 5 drinks. You know, it could be like that, but it can't be like, you know,
we're not starting a rally
masks
here,
on. Yeah. I mean, I know it was just January 6th and everything, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Listen, like people can say fucked up things. People can make dude. People can. I don't want everything policed when on my stream. That's not what I want. If somebody says something fucked up as a joke and it bombs and people are like, dude, that's really fucked up. Like take the L, move on, like just fucking move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I want. But yeah, like, dude.
It's sort of just like, I would say just be normal, but it's really just be who you are. And if you're not normal, you're too far gone. So, you know, just do what you're already doing. And we'll weed you out naturally, you know. Like you're too far gone if you're fucking weird.
Yeah, if you take this and you're like, all right, I gotta turn up the levels.
I gotta change. Yeah,
yeah. You're already
just
gone.
Be who you. Just everyone be exactly who you are, and we know who the cool ones are. Okay, that's what I'll say.
Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest and talk about it because you know it's just something about me.
Yeah,
you know,
based.
So fuck it.
People who comment under vids are not human.
Let's go.
Some of them have. Some of them are just boomers. You know, I would comment on a YouTube video if I didn't know what the internet was for the first 3/4 of my life. I would be like, yeah, look at this thing on the big TV screen. You know, I get it.
Yeah, thanks for the sub, Coke. Says way better than the gay mods on Back to Warcraft chat for sure. There you go. I mean,
no comment.
Not sure they're all gay, but
no comment.
Could be a few. There could be a few, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
How do we know?
Yeah.
You know,
nothing wrong with that.
Listen, it's a different channel for a different purpose, right?
I've kissed more guys than I have girls in my life. Nothing wrong with it.
Fuck, I think it's close. It's close. I must have kissed a couple dozen girls, so it's real close.
I've kissed like almost every guy I've ever met.
You kissed
me. Say that for girls. Yeah. See, we've kissed. Yeah.
How many girls have you kissed?
fuck, I don't know.
Can you
Maybe
count them?
like a dozen, maybe.
That's the lot. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, family doesn't count. Is it like 9 now?
Yeah, that was one.
Nice.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Not
'Cause,
like a lot, not like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dust League's coming up, dude. I got busy days. You know that, right? Like I'm doing Asia, EU, and NA.
You say again?
I'm doing like this year Dust League. You know, I'm doing Asia, EU, and NA.
Yeah, we've talked about that format. Did we talk about it on the podcast already? We don't want to be the podcast that just repeats those.
No, but my question to you is
I mean,
like,
if you
hey,
want to go over the formatting,
sometimes it's
talk
gonna be in the
about it.
morning. You know, sometimes it's gonna be at night. So
Yeah, like I said, when you want me to cast, just DM me the day before, and I'll either tell you to go fuck yourself or I'll make it work.
okay, but you're thinking like I'm thinking like mornings, right?
Yeah, how early, dude? You got to remember, I'm fucking 3 hours behind you.
Yeah, I know. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, dude. Like Jesus Christ, it's already honestly a struggle getting up at 9 a.m. on Fridays. It's kind of a struggle for me. I'm a little degen schedule. I just like sleeping, dude.
You know, that's true
Like
too. Like I
sleeping.
think with the weekly cup on Friday, I might have time to sprinkle a Dust League before, no?
Before the weekly cup, Jesus,
Is that crazy early? Like Dust League Asia.
that's too early for me. Yeah, too early for me. But we could talk about that more. Buckcrumbs really wants
Yeah,
us to
Buttcrumbs
do
really wants
community
community
questions.
questions, so we could do community questions, I guess, if you guys
Is
want
it
to.
just from the chat? People are just gonna
Yeah,
ask.
people just type in the chat, I guess. This is Booty Crumbs wanted this like 2 hours ago, by the way. So
Sure,
if you
yeah.
guys have any questions, ask
Yeah.
them now or forever hold your cogs.
Yeah. That's probably a good way to like. What have we been talking for an hour and a half now?
Yeah, we've just been going off. You know,
Tie it up with like a half hour, just talking to the chat a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I don't think there's much more like Warcraft stuff. We talked about the changes to the weekly, which directly is to do with me. A little bit of Ted Cup. Talked about Dust League. What else did we talk about?
You're gonna beat the shit out of your dad.
Yeah. My dad's going down. I haven't seen him for Christmas yet. I got to go over there.
My dad's going down. You haven't seen him yet?
No,
When
I
are you
haven't. I
going?
don't. He came to a show we played like 2 months ago, so I saw him.
Oh, I
Saw him
did.
a couple months ago.
That's the way too far video I play over and over and over again.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why you were
Yep.
getting the lyrics from Nelson. Oh, Nelson said, by the way, he's going to DM you. He said you can get the lyrics for that song when you send us the footage from Niagara Falls.
Done. I have it right on this camera right here. Yep, it's right on the fucking thing. Done.
Oh, Eddie, Banks Brothers news. Yeah, we have a new single coming out called "See Me Run," which is my favorite song from our EP. So we recorded 6 songs for like our EP, which is when I initially went away like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago to record. We did 6 songs. Now we have like a whole album that we're recording, but we're not going to release that for a little while because that's our first full length album. But my favorite song off the EP is coming out on January 12th. So 4 days that'll be out. So that's the Banks. It has a music video and all that shit. We recorded the music video maybe towards the end of the summer, I think, something like that, maybe July. So on the 12th we'll have a single out, and then the entire EP will be out in not February but March. And so the whole EP, which is 6 songs, will be out. It'll all be put into one little thing with its own artwork, and it won't be 6 singles anymore. It'll be a full EP, and then after that, we're in album territory, which is actually all of our best stuff is going to be on like our full length album. All of our best. These are all songs that we wrote so long ago, that we recorded so long ago. The album is like the stuff that we're like, okay, these are like our real shit. But yeah, 4 days, 4 days. See Me Run. It'll be coming out. And I'll make sure to talk about it. Is that on Friday? Yeah, it is on Friday. So I'll be talking about it. If you forget, I'll be talking about it a lot during the weekly on Friday. So that's the news for the band. Yeah.
Shit,
yeah, for sure. It's my favorite song of the 6 on the EP. Is my favorite song.
In a 1v1 death match, who would win, Rick or Carlson? I mean, I would kill that man.
Yeah, what do you weigh right now? 180? 190?
Pure chalk.
Yeah, you got 55 pounds on me, my bruv.
Yeah, it's not really close. Like arm wrestle, anything. I think I got him for a while until he bulks up and becomes a real man.
I could probably lift more than you.
You think?
For certain lifts, but arm wrestle you'd win for sure.
So for certain, like what lifts do you think you got me? Like what exercise?
Well, you said earlier that you only bench like 95 pounds.
No, but I bet you I can bench more than you can bench.
For
So
like
whatever
one
you're
rep,
benching is probably what I can bench.
Yeah, my one rep max is like 145.
So that's what?
A
That's
45, a 45 and a 5.
a
50,
45
50
and a
pounds on each
5.
side.
Oh my
50 pounds on each
god.
side.
That's one
That's for
rep?
like
Dude, that's pretty
for like one.
good.
Well, I do 135 for 5.
That's a plate
Yeah, I do a plate
and
for 5.
some.
Yeah.
Damn,
But,
dude.
I mean, you could probably do it with your body weight. But so there's certain things I'm probably stronger than you in. But if you were to fight, you would kill me because you weigh 55.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
not
you could
really.
probably squat more than me. Like I only squat like 155.
I do have
You know.
severely strong legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
See, my
those.
legs are weak and little. You know.
Like
But like I probably
my.
curl. I could probably curl more than you. Like dumbbell curl. I could probably curl
What's
more
your
than you.
dumbbell curl?
I could do 35s.
No, I don't think you can curl more than me.
How much can you curl for like 8 to 10? I'm talking
Oh,
about.
oh wait, hold on. You can do 35s like 8 reps?
Yeah, on like a
3
really
sets
good
of
day.
8
I do
reps?
my normal is like 30s for 10.
Oh
4 sets of
shit,
10.
dude.
So I could do 35s. Like I've done them in the past, but then I went back down to have better form and shit. But like if we're just fucking moving weight around, yeah.
Whoa. Okay, you're lifting, dude.
Yeah, so like certain things, but you would kill me. So anyway, that answers your question with more gym shit.
Okay. In the zombie apocalypse, who's the top pro gamer you'd think would survive the longest?
Of all pro gamers.
I'd probably
Oh.
take Bucky with me, right?
Oh, you mean Warcraft or like all pro gamers?
Oh, all pro gamers?
Because it's got to be
Bucky's tall. He looks like
somebody
he can
from Counter Strike.
probably hunt my food, you know.
There's like some huge Counter Strike players, you know. There's some like big fuckers, but they need to be like they need to be big and they need to be like they need to be big and they need to be smart. You need like who's like the biggest IGL, like the largest IGL in Counter Strike?
Oh, dude, snacks.
Yeah,
Or
He's-
Pasha. Pasha.
Yeah, Pasha. There you go. And he's an
Pasha.
IGL. Yes, there you go. That's who I'd want.
Yeah,
That's who I'd want.
dude.
Pasha biceps. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
But in Warcraft, you gotta think people like Knopf, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Knopf. Why'd I forget about him?
Yeah, there's gotta be people that are more like nimble though, you know, people that
Yeah,
aren't like
Knopf is
bodybuilders,
like
but
big,
like
you know, Starbucks big. Like I'm thinking tall, you can reach the fucking
there's any people that do like
trapeze.
acrobatics though in esports, you know, because you don't have to be big, you just gotta be like nimble, you know.
Yeah. Man, when and how did you two meet? Jesus.
Oh,
Do you
there's the
remember that?
story. Yeah, dude. Adam, right? New Brusher 99
Yep.
back in 2012, was it? Right? 2012, I think.
Yep.
So I started playing in 2010. You started playing before then. I was in a clan on US East. Even though I'm from West Coast Canada, I played on US East because my brother always played Diablo 2 on US East. So I was like, fuck it, I'll play on US East as well. So if I hadn't have done that, we probably would have never met. But I played on US East. I was in a clan, some clan with a guy named New Brusher, who I used to play a lot of ladder games with. And I guess you were friends with him too. And then you came in our clan channel one day and we played some customs and then we just talked because you used to actually have like clan channels that you could chat in back in the day, which is kind of a cool feature, Blizzard. And then, yeah, we added each other on Skype, right?
Do you remember the clan?
No, what was it? What was, oh no, it wasn't Adam. It was Ben, right? His name was Ben.
Yeah, I feel like there's a guy named Snoopy who was the leader.
Yeah.
I forget what the clan was. I forget too. I was hoping you'd kind of remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I was in a bunch of clans. And
Yeah,
well,
we
and then
just,
and then
go
you
ahead.
were like all big dick because you knew all like these like pro East players. And that's how I met Duck. I don't know if that's how I met Bar, but that's how I met Pure. And you know, we used to watch Duck play like practice games when he was in his prime. Yeah, so I knew, yeah. And then me, you, Duck, and Pure, we would all hang out a lot back in those days, sort of thing.
Back in the
And
days.
then you guys switched to StarCraft 2, and then I was around for a little bit of that. And then eventually
You're around for the battle bag.
I got the battle bag. I got my I got my mouse bungee. I got my free mouse pad, my free keyboard, all that.
And then you
I
bounced.
fucked off. Yeah. And then whenever you want to get the team back together, like 2018, you're like, fuck yeah, let's get back into Warcraft. Yeah. Yeah. But it was just literally on US East in a clan chat. We had a mutual friend.
That's
who I
true.
still have on Facebook, actually. I got him on
I still have him too. Yeah, not
Yeah,
gonna fully dox him, but I still got little Adam still on Facebook too. Yeah.
Yeah.
True story. Yeah. Yeah, we know each other
Yep.
quite some time.
Yeah, it's been I guess 12 years now.
Yeah, I do remember the first time we met was literally DreamHack Anaheim.
Oh yeah,
And
met in person.
like met
Yeah,
in
yeah.
person. Yeah, it was DreamHack
Yeah.
Anaheim, and we were staying in the same hotel room, 2 different beds. Should have just got that king together and just banged it out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, true.
I still remember, like, I left the door like open so that he could come in because I was like sleeping, and then like because he landed late. And I remember I was in the bed sleeping, and I hear the door open, and I see him like come around, and it was like, dude, it was just like sick. Like it wasn't awkward, it wasn't weird. It was like,
Yeah, because it could have been, because you're a fucking weird freak.
yeah, it was just like, what's up, dude? And it was like, it was really cool. I just remember that, yeah, meeting you was like naturally really fucking normal and cool, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm like a nice guy, I'm a good hang. People like me, People like me in real
likable.
life,
You're likable.
Yeah, people like me. People like
Yeah.
'cause I'm a nice guy, I'm a way bigger dick online than I am in person. Way bigger dick. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit online, actually.
Yeah, I'm a huge piece of shit online.
Yeah,
But
and then
in
you're like a
person,
shy kitty cat in real life, you know?
yeah, I'm a nice guy,
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy. Nice guy.
Yeah, I feel like he's secretly an evil mastermind. He really is. Yeah, he's manipulated this whole thing since day one.
Who gets more chicks, Bidoux or Carson? Bidoux. From what I know about you, you dirty, dirty boy. How could you not with that beard though?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
thanks. Yeah. Good question.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Tell us the truth. You threw that hot dog challenge, right? You should have beat Carson. How many did you eat? Not 30
hot dog.
hot
challenge.
dogs.
I don't remember. I don't
30
remember.
hot dogs.
How many did you
ate? Like,
eat?
I think like 6.
What?
Like 7.
Was it really
Yeah.
that low?
Yeah, it was super low, dude.
Oh, fuck.
They're hot dogs. I
Yeah,
eat
was
get
thinking-
full of
I
eating
was
2
thinking
hot
38
dogs.
nuggets, but I don't remember the hot dogs. I've never beaten Carson in an eating challenge to this day, can confirm, and I'm very surprised that I've never beat him because I'm a big eater. I really am.
And I'm not. And
Especially
I'm totally
back in the
not.
day, like I was fat as fuck. I'm still fat, but
Yeah, you must have been like 210 back then.
yeah, I was huge, man. And
I was 115 when we were doing each challenges.
And you would genuinely beat me, and I'm like, how is he still going? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, no, I've never beaten you in any of them. Not the hot dog, not the double nuggets. Lost both.
Yeah, we did
nuggets
twice. Yeah.
And then did we?
Neither of us ate a lot, to be honest. So in any of them,
Well, I did 38, and you did like 46 or something.
something like that. I don't remember. We'd have to do it. We have to do it again one of these days.
We should do it again. Yeah. Well, we were supposed to do it at the fucking end of the finals there, but yeah, I'll be right there. Wasn't right there, was he?
I mean, fuck. I can't DoorDash them right now. If I could, I would say let's DoorDash fucking 60 nuggets right now.
No, I'm fucking falling asleep.
I wonder how much is a 40-piece nuggets. We could do it on stream for old time's sake.
I would love to.
I don't know. But yeah, I think you can get a 60-piece. We just each get a 60-piece delivered.
Yeah,
and
we just get 60
and that'll be
to
the
go.
goal, right? It won't be
Yeah.
to beat each other. It'll be to eat 60.
Because I'll be honest, man, I'm not eating 60. Are you eating 60?
I don't know. I haven't.
Dude,
I haven't
they
tried an
sit
eating challenge.
heavy, man.
Yeah, I would also get a bottle of honey mustard because I don't think I use
bottle.
Dipla. Because how many am I gonna ask for? 14 dips?
Yeah, true. It is ridiculous. They're like fucking. It's like 3 nuggets a dip.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, Lunchables would just be too expensive. I don't know if my bank can afford that, dude. Lunchables are like $6 each.
Yeah, that's true.
I would
I would
those
love to
things.
do a Lunchables competition with you. We should just do that whenever. We don't have to wait for a Dust League.
Yeah,
We just do it
yeah.
whenever.
I say we do one more final nugget challenge.
Bury it.
Yeah, bury it. One final one. See if we can get to 60. I know Remo at 69. If we both eat 60, though, we got to redo it to try to beat Remo's number. Which
That
we
motherfucker
won't.
left to go puke and come back and eat more.
I know, but still,
We know
beat
you.
it.
You can't get off the table. When you get off, you're disqualified.
I
That's your
know,
number.
I know,
You can't
I
get up and come back.
God, was that great content, though.
Yeah, it was. It was so
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole celebration was a great day.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
still
sick.
one of my favorite streams.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely one of my favorite stream. That's not true. My favorite stream was definitely, remember WCG? I remember we were buzzing after that.
Yeah, that was great. Our first top level match, really.
That
And
was
yeah,
that
our
was a
WCG.
buzzer. I mean, dude,
Casting
let's talk about
WCG, motherfucker.
let's talk about streams that we actually fucking buzzed on. So WCG was definitely a buzzer. Xlord versus Happy. I remember I had like 5K viewers.
Yeah, that was for the ESL Cup.
For the ESL Cup. That was easily my best stream. The stream where Neo announced Corsair was fucking killer. The Back to Warcraft celebration stream. I'm trying to think.
There was a bunch. There was a lot of War 3 champions when Doocy Woosey won War 3 champions.
Oh,
when we
yeah.
did all the dream hacks we did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, WCG was sick. The card were some great. It was good streams.
Did you enjoy that?
What, the card?
Yeah.
It was good content.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, I like when it's semi-pro. Semi-pro, but we can still be ourselves.
I like the fact that we could just pick any match we want, and we were
Yeah.
like building stories that we could assemble a card, which was the whole fucking point,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, those I think those are all the highlights. Yeah, War 3 champions, DreamHack, obviously Dust League, the card, 100K celebration, WCG. Those are the big ones. Other than for me the offline events, and also the regional finals, because that was essentially my first offline event, but it was during COVID. But it was still, you have to stand up, green screen. You had a producer, we had a host. That was essentially an offline event, but it was online. So that was a big one. But and that was the first one I did it. But, yeah, so those ones. Yeah. Carson, when will you stream again? Unironically, I've been thinking about it more. So maybe I'll have that feeling for the next 3 months and then start streaming again. So maybe 3 months from now, let's say tentatively, because the feeling is growing. So maybe April.
I can't wait for you to turn it on and be like 5 minutes in and be at 160 viewers, and I'm just gonna fucking...
and just be angry already. Will we get a Mario stream? I think they go hand in hand for sure.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. That was 2 hours. That's good.
Yeah, I think so. Any last question before we're done? I think we're good.
Yeah, that was good. We covered a bunch of shit. Aired some dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Oh, you should live stream a Banks Bros practice. I actually was gonna suggest that to you. You should just stream a concert.
Yeah, I've thought about doing it. I've been at gigs. Should I just stream? Should I just stream this gig?
Yeah, you should.
Well, maybe you come to a show and you stream it.
I'd love to. If I have the permission to do that, I would love to.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'll stream a gig this summer. Done.
That'd be sick. Yeah, come do that.
Okay, done. Do you want me to do it on your channel or my channel?
No, do it on yours.
Oh, done. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Looks like your mic blocks your vision to play. Actually, I've gotten used to it. For a while, I used to, when I would stream, I'd do this. Or if I'm playing like a tournament or something on stream, I'll move it like that. But honestly, nowadays I can play like this, no problem. It blocks like peripheral a little bit. But yeah, you could do that. That'd be dope. Sure, why not? You could stream like sound check and stuff too. Like, yeah, I don't care. I'm sure none of the guys would care either. They're all down with streaming.
Okay, that's dope, dude.
Like everyone wants this. People always ask, like, let me stream with you. And I'm like, I don't think they don't quite understand how it works. Like, you can't just bring you on Back to Warcraft and just stream with me. But like everyone wants to, like Amani wants to come on stream and shit.
Well, I mean, dude, my fucking sponsor shit. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop fucking around.
You think we get more or less viewers with her on?
More.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I just remember being like, we were just talking one time. I forget what it was. We hadn't talked in a while, and you called me in my kitchen with Nelson and Amani there. And there was some people in your chat that was like, such a nice voice. It's the
oh shit. My god.
Yeah, it's the creepiest shit.
Yeah,
ever.
dude, there's gonna be mega. Dude, it's my chat too. There's gonna be mega weirdos.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's fine with that. That's dope. Oh, I think based. I think based.
I think base too. Yeah, pretty sick.
I think based. Yeah, I think so.
That's gonna wrap it up for this episode of This Game Fucking Sucks, dude.
It does suck. It does suck.
Yeah, and we'll catch you guys soon. Well, let's hopefully not do like a month in between. Let's try to make it.
Why not? We barely had anything to talk about today, and it's been a month.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we will just make it a monthly.
Yeah,
monthly's
don't
fine.
Get ahead of yourself. Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. Fucking see you guys on Friday, fuckers. As always.